All right, welcome to Original Bacon. Happy Thanksgiving. I am going to be doing a review of episode 7 of The Flash. If you haven't watched it yet, it's up on Hulu. I'm going to be spoiling it in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, this episode is called Power Outage, and this episode starts with a guy and his friends are trying to watch the Star Labs 10 months earlier, and they're trying to watch the whole event that's happening there. And one of the guys is climbing one of the electricity pole pylons, and his friends are telling him to come down, and then the shockwave hits him, merges his body with electricity. He falls to the ground. They try and save him, and they get electrocuted. Then the episode starts with Dr. Wells returns to his secret room where he reveals that he has been documenting Barry's growth in his abilities and using his computer to look at events into the future, making sure that Barry does this specific thing. And it looks like maybe it might be the Flashpoint paradox, or that Barry is able to go into the future. Barry arrives at a crime scene where a victim was murdered via electrocution, and the body is charred beyond recognition, suggesting a metahuman was involved. While investigating the victim's identity, Barry ends up taking pictures of the victim to Star Labs to reassemble the person's body and find out their identity. Meanwhile, right after they find out that it was a guard at an electrician at an electrocution plant or electricity plant, and right after that, the team identifies a power drain in the city. When Barry arrives, he is attacked by Farouk Gabrian, a man who has the ability to siphon electricity energy, and the attack drains Barry of his speed, and Wells checks his secret computer. It reveals that there are no references to Barry or the Flash in the future. Wells believes that Barry's body just needs an electric jump start, but Farouk arrives at the lab at Star's lab while the team is attempting to help Barry. The process does not appear to work. They end up electrocuting Barry a bunch of times and trying to recreate the jolt that Farouk gave him, and they're not able to get his body to move at the Flash speed anymore, and so they end up. Dr. Wells believes that it's just mental, that he has the yips, as one of the guys ends up saying, and Wells actually he let go he lets go of Tony Woodward, the guy, the bully of Barry Allen's bully from the previous episode right before this, that got captured and he ends up letting him go that he can have his freedom if he battles Farouk while they're trying to get Barry's speed back. Well, Tony Woodward ends up dying, and then Farouk is still after Wells and Barry, and Barry doesn't have his powers. And then when Wells tries to sacrifice himself to save the rest of the team, Barry ends up getting his powers back, saves Wells, and when Farouk catches up with the team and Dr. Wells' life is in danger, Barry overcomes his fear, connects to his speed on the cellular level, and stops Farouk. Later, Dr. Wells takes a sample of Farouk's blood. Well, already when they shocked the Flash, apparently his DNA started moving again at the Flash speed, but he wasn't able to move at the Flash speed. And apparently when he gets his speed back and he attacks Rogue. Then his DNA gets supercharged, and so now he's like, I don't know if his speed has tripled or something like that, but Dr. Wells at the end of the episode wants to find out how Farouk was able to steal energy from Barry, and so he takes a blood sample when no one is looking. Meanwhile, this whole episode, the police station was under attack by the Clock King, and Iris ended up getting captured by the Clock King, and her and she ends up being able to stop the Clock King before anybody else is killed. But about, I think, 3 cops get killed, and her boyfriend ends up getting shot, and it's this whole race against time. Meanwhile, while all that stuff's happening at Star Labs, at the police station, all this other stuff is happening, and at the end of the episode, it's pretty funny. You find out that Iris's brother, or Iris's boyfriend, is on a lot of painkillers, and he's just goofing off in the corner, and Joe and Barry are talking about Barry's Flash abilities, and he's able to catch like a falling plant. And meanwhile, earlier in the episode, Joe tries to do the same thing with Barry's favorite cup and breaks the cup, and it's kind of funny because Iris is like, "Oh, that was Barry's favorite cup." So there's a connection between those two. I think it's brother and sister, because there seems to be a connection starting to appear with the physician at Star Labs. I think she went in for a kiss to kiss and comfort Barry when he was powerless earlier in the episode, and then Dr. Wells showed up, and that got shut down. And we'll see what happens next time. I'm really interested to find out. Apparently, Star Labs is running even smoother, because apparently Felicity Smoke ended up reprogramming a lot of their computer stuff, so now they're able to keep up with Arrow. And next episode, it looks like Arrow is going to be training the Flash to be a better superhero, and it's going to be a 2-night special episode, Flash versus the Arrow. I still haven't watched the first 2 seasons of the Arrow. I need to get on that. Thank you for watching Original Bacon, and have a great day.